And welcome back, family. The show continues with the final match of the evening, which is going to be a pretty spicy one, I think. But I wonder if vitrioL will be ready to handle the level of heat that Singularity will be bringing. We are back. Of course, we can just go ahead and jump straight into the in-game where the action will continue. What are your initial thoughts here?
My initial thoughts is, well,
they're missing a player. That's the first thought.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Yep, you saw what I saw. Well, they're calling a tech pause right now. I really hope that we see 5v5 because if it's, I already think that Singularity are gonna 16-0 this team.
Wow.
Like I'm putting it out there. I am putting it out there that they're gonna 16-0.
What if they get one round? Then what?
Then they get one round. It's either I'm right or I'm wrong. There's no in between there. It's not like.
But this is a team that got like what 12 rounds against INTZ on Overpass.
vitrioL, yeah, vitrioL is actually a very, very strong team, and INTZ themselves took Singularity to the ropes and eventually won out 19-15 against them. But yeah, this is this is already going to be really interesting. I can tell you that already.
I think vitrioL will at least get 7 rounds in this.
If they get 3, I'll be very surprised.
Wow,
even
no
more
hope.
Look, they're going live with 4 players. All right, they're calling another timeout. So,
you know they have a tech pause, right? There actually is some sort of benefit though for the vitrioL rosters. P2, ISP, and I believe their 5th player, which is Big Meech, if I remember correctly. And I know Aaron's Fury has been on this roster for quite some time as well, but this roster has been standing together for at least like 6 months or so, maybe even longer than that. So there is that bit of chemistry that could come into play here.
I mean, if a team has good chemistry, that's awesome. I mean, we've seen a lot of long-standing teams that just work well together because they've worked well together. Virtus Pro. But even still, Singularity, they're on a hot streak right now. They just come off of winning the Fragadelphia online tournament. Sheikh Sula and Floppy, two of the newest players for Singularity. They're straight up unstoppable. Like, they impressed non-stop throughout the entirety of the tournament, especially the grand finals. So it's going to be it's not going to be whether or not Sheikh Sula and Floppy wake up. I mean, they also have Ryan, Hydrex, and OC. OC, when he gets on that op, oh my good gracious,
he's always very fun to watch as well. I mean, Floppy is actually so good. It's actually almost scary. Not only is he good, but he's so consistent as well. And actually, the player that's been like really popping off for me for Singularity is Hydrex. I mean, this man has been slept on for a long time.
I mean,
I think people are now finally waking up to him.
You throw a rock into this roster of 5, you're gonna hit someone with an amazing game tonight. But that being said, vitrioL finally found their 5th in Pug. He's in the server and he's ready to pug it out tonight, even though that this is a genuine match. Now, pistol round is going to kick right off. Tinky Singularity is going to be on the CT side, vitrioL on the T side. Singularity, they do have home field advantage. So we're just going to have to see how much advantage they can take into this one.
Hey, here we go. Fast B play coming in right now. vitrioL looking to enter the B side. They were going 1-for-1 trades here, but Floppy finds the advantage now for his team. But of course, the smoke's still there, and there's still heavy presence here. But Floppy, Sheikh Zilla, they're slowly watering it down, and P2 now all alone finds himself 1, almost a 2nd, but not quite. And his Singularity picking up the 1st round of the game.
And that was quite, how do I say this? Quite convincing as well. Of Singularity. vitrioL, the players that did get their kills, it was quite scrappy, quite messy, if you will. So it's definitely going to be a great start for Singularity. They got SMGs aplenty. Floppy has that trademark AUG in his hand. 2 FAMASes on Hydrex and OC. Now we're going to see what they can do against nothing but pistols and scouts. ISP brought down to nothing on his HP. 10 HP. He's alive, but barely. OC, he is not alive whatsoever. Pug's going to knock him down to size. It's going to be a great opening for the lesser advantageous team of vitrioL here.
Early pick though, and Ryan only able to find one before shaded out by Pug, so that advantage is maintained. But now Singularity is on the move. Floppy pushes long, and there are two players now coming up the connector, and they might catch Pug completely off guard. But he actually finds one, and Aaron Street looking to take the battle as well, and he wins that. It's all down to Floppy now. 1 versus 2. This is getting messy. This is getting chaotic, and it's a race for the bomb and the bomb site. And Floppy's not quite sure where they're headed just yet, and I don't even think vitrioL knows where they're headed just yet.
Not at all. That smoke placement is pretty great, actually, because that's going to give Floppy a lot of information, thinking that it's going to become indeed. It's actually not. The bomb still kind of up in the air, but it's going to go all the way to the A site. And Floppy, he's privy to this. He's going to move all the way to the A site now. Slowly but surely, he'll make his way to the site. He hears that bomb go down, and that gun comes out. 2v1 now, and Floppy needs to win this one out, or else I'm going to look like a fool.
Now, the silver lining is he has a kit. Yes, he's in a man down, but he has an AUG versus MP9s, 2 of them that are playing long, far away in bathrooms. Now, there is a chance. I'll have to find them quickly, though. If he continues wasting a lot of time right here, looking for these kills, looking for these players, it's not going to work in his favor.
And it most certainly did not. Well, I've got egg on my face. Turns out that vitrioL will not go 16-0, but beside the point, they're now evened up 1-1. Floppy, he's already purchased back in with an M4. No, actually, that was Ryan that bought him an M4.
Yeah, it's the hero M4 coming out and play right here. That's actually a really smart decision by Ryan. At least get one rifle out on the board. It's much better than full pistols and armor. At least they have that long range potential, and they have the multi-frag potential as well.
And just as well, that gives the idea that they all bought M4s. So if Floppy's going to be the first one to make any sort of sight into the map, then everyone's going to start thinking, oh my god, how many M4s do they have? So that could be mind games as well.
Now there is a setup here to work long. Ryan will be first contact. Floppy's looking to battle it out, but the flashbang gets him as well. And from behind the bicycle, he finds one. Looking for more. Almost able to find a second, but the route suddenly crumbles on its head. And vitrioL comes out on top. Only surviving player is the new in-game leader here for the squad, Sheikh Zala.
The Mike Rula. You want a drink, he gave it to him. He too is going to be knocked out of the server just like that. But so will Sheikh Zula. 2-1 now. vitrioL taking the lead.
Yeah, that was a double eco for Singularity as well. So now they'll have to save up. And it'll be vitrioL drawing the 3rd round on the board here. How many rounds do you have to get before you admit your wrongs here, Will?
I'm already wrong.
But more wrong.
Yeah, well, you know, it takes a bigger man to admit that he's smaller in this situation. Let me tell you, I am minuscule. I am microscopic. After I saw Pug hit those 3 1-digs in a row, I knew that this was going to be a scary situation for Singularity. And to think he almost didn't join the server.
Maybe he's just doing his quick warm-ups.
He was getting his AMAP time in.
Exactly. Now Singularity, they're left kind of scattering, trying to figure out what vitrioL's up to. And actually, you have to admit, vitrioL's playing the map pretty well right now. Causing confusion, not really giving away any information, denying the forward players, taking control consistently and kind of constantly as well. vitrioL looks like they do want to commit over towards the A site where a lot of the Singularity players are situated. So, I mean, this could get messy, but I still suspect this will be a round here for vitrioL, looking to take the 3rd round on the board early.
And vitrioL can make this execute happen perfectly. Things might very well go their way. 5v4 comes in. The executions are coming in soon after. Ryan's going to pick up one with the USBS, but he's going to go down soon after. The fire's going to do a lot of damage to Sheikh Zula, but it's going to be, oh god, Zoink Sereno.
Inch call him Zoinks.
Zoinks, okay, yeah. That's a lot of name to pick through. He's going to be the one to take him out in the end.
Now, the really weird factor in this round is the fact that they all have AUGs, which, of course, is an incredibly strong weapon. But it does come at a cost. and they don't have any utility. They literally just used all of it right now. They have a single flash at the hands of Hydrex. Fast, aggressive play coming out here for vitrioL. Oh, she's up close and personal, but can't find a single kill. Now there are 2 remaining players here towards long, and they go 1 for 1.
But Floppy comes out on top. He's able to get a 2K right there and even things out, and then get the advantage on top of that. But it's going to be ISB right here to take him down. That's going to be the troublemaker out of the server, but it's still Shake Zula and Hydrex on the opposite side of this server. Let's go with that. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. 2v2, minute 10 on the clock. Aaron's Fury and ISB going to be the last ones alive. ISB now totally alone. His teammates have moved swiftly on into the afterlife, and ISB wants to send a few friends down his way, but it's going to be Hydrex, the only person that can go against him. Hydrex falling off. Oh no, he's taking a lot of damage to the fire.
There's a flank coming in. I don't know if ISB expects this, but he gets away at the perfect time, and Shake Zula's recognizing this. He wants to contain him, and he finds a perfect angle, a hard angle to predict for ISB as well. So it is a round, a messy one though, so unorthodox.
You can see Hydrex shaking his head right there. You can see that he's a little bit frustrated. He's not used to this. He is not prepared for vitrioL, and I think vitrioL, they fully caught Singularity off guard. But here's the thing. Once these plays have been learned by this team of Singularity, you can see a lot more comfort coming from them, and I feel like we're going to see a lot more ballsy plays, a lot more confident plays coming from them for the second half of this first half.
I agree. I also think that vitrioL established respect early as well. So that might throw Singularity off just a tiny little bit. But until the economy has stabilized for Singularity, I don't suspect they'll take crazy risks yet. They'll need that economy. But if vitrioL keeps it consistent...
Whoa. ISB knocked Shake Zula down to 1 and knocked Hydrex down to nothing. Great shots and read by him. Yeah, this is a really interesting matchup. Actually, looking at the matchup, we'll talk about this in just a moment, but great shots coming in from Floppy. He picks down 3. Last man alive is going to be Pug in a 1v3. Minute left on the clock. Interesting to note about vitrioL is that they've lost every single matchup that they had so far. Bad news. Good news, they were against good teams, and they brought them to double digits on each side. Every single loss was double digits on their favor. So it could be a lot worse. But for Floppy, when Floppy's on the server, it can't get much worse than that. He picks up a 4K, almost single-handedly closing down the vitrioL aggression. Great plays by him. 10 kills already in 6 rounds.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised, honestly. Now, vitrioL's taking the safe route. They're going to go for the half purchase here. It will just be upgraded pistols, a little bit of armor for Zoinks, a scout for P2, looking for that early damage. If they can get some tags off early here, Will, and there's some hope. A little bit of early tag them, and then later you can bag them. Let's see if it plays out. Let's see if it works out. Looks like Singularity wants to go aggressive and continue that pressure early.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ryan just said no. Straight. Oh, he got a second one. Is he gonna get a third? Through the wall, he can find anything at all. He's a third. He's going for a fourth. He's out of bullets in both chambers. He's gonna get taken down. P2, only good for 1 though. Some great shots coming out of Ryan. He's got a 3K, and Hydrex is gonna be making sure that it's A-okay for Singularity. I made it work.
Close enough. I like it. I'll accept what you're giving away.
Got to put a little stank on it sometimes. 4-3 is the scoreline favor of Singularity, and they've got their trademark AUGs out in play. Hydrex with the MP9, the salvaged AK on OC.
They're almost there, Will. They're almost stable. As soon as they become stable, it becomes infinitely more difficult for vitrioL, so they have to keep up the pressure right here, right now. Floppy falls early. That's the big dog taken away for Singularity. A great find.
That's Troublemaker down, but there's still 4 other Troublemakers as well. Like Singularity, if one team...
Wow.
Well, never mind. There goes everything. There goes absolutely everything I was about to say. ISP is going hot like dogs. Hydrex takes out P2.
I think this retake will come down to whether Hydrex can find an early kill here. But I think they're already posturing for the gamble towards the B site. And of course, the bomb is on 8, so this might... this will likely be just a save. They're not even moving at all from their position, so yeah, a save. But vitrioL, great round to pick up.
ISP with those 2 quick kills from the connector position. That was what, turn the tides, especially just as well when Floppy went down on Monster. Like those are two important sets of kills. But there's just never really any answer back.
Yeah, I think the trade that came out from Hydrix was just a tad little bit late into water. It already kind of flooded over towards the A side by the time he made his move, so it's unfortunate. But I have to admit, vitrioL is playing sort of difficult to predict, right? They're not really playing ultimately structured. It's kind of like a free flow dynamic style, which essentially has no real counter unless you can start to find isolated players and punish them, right? It's kind of like the only way to do so. Now, Singularity will be on the full buy once again. So it's going to be Augs, the AWP downgrade for Ryan. No big deal, as he has full utility as well. And of course, OC is on the AWP with armor. The no glass cannon coming out.
Good little boost coming here. Now, this is something that I like to call the known unknown factor. So, like, a lot of Tier 1 teams, they know Tier 1 teams. They play them all the time. Tier 2s, they play Tier 1s here and there. So they know them as well. But when you're Singularity and you've got like a large map pool and a lot of information is known about you, people are gonna read that. vitrioL, not a lot known whatsoever. So they can surprise, and they can surprise easily. Sheikh Zula, however, he's gonna be the one that surprises them. But ISP picking up another kill after the fact. And now it's a 4v3, minute 10 left on the clock. ISP is just slinking around the monster's mouth, not being dared to go inside.
OC almost loses his life, but they're not going to expect Floppy to be up so up close and personal. Ooh. And he finds himself 2 easy kills in the bathrooms. It's all down to ISP now. A 1 versus 4, 45 seconds left on the clock. At this point, I don't think a round win is even possible. I think it's just economic damage at this point. But he won't even find that as Floppy continues to contest. So Singularity pick up the 5th round, a 5-4 lead now, but the economy here for vitrioL is a little awkward. They can pick up 3 AKs and a Galil, but they're gonna go for the scout, and I think they'll also go for the AKs. Oh, the AWP comes out. Okay, that caught me off guard a little bit.
Oh, I didn't even process that. So Aaron's Fury actually bought the AWP for Zoinks, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Because he's reduced to nothing more than a P250.
Yeah, I think he had his own money. I think he had 5,400 exactly, just enough for the armor and the 50, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if he bought an AWP, I don't think he would have had armor. Couldn't have been him. Either way, they do have a scout and an AWP, so I imagine they will play this round out slow, just waiting for the right time to strike. If they can do some early damage, they can do some early harass. If they can get an early pick with that AWP, and the AWP battle was unsuccessful for both sides. So close though.
OC missing his shots is a rare thing to witness entirely. What's even worse is him going down before anyone else on the CT side of Singularity. ISP picking up that first kill with relative ease. Now
wow.
That side is being holed. ISP,
that's
my
support.
God, he's doing so well right now. I'm being shut up by this team of vitrioL, and you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm truly okay with it. Hydrix picking up 1, trading out the kill onto Pug. Now it's 2v4. And great shots coming out from Ryan, but unfortunately he is not long for this world. He's going to go down to ISP yet again. He's picked up 3 kills already in this round. Can he go for a 4th? Hydrix, he got naded down. 1v3. Bomb's gone down. Now it's going to be all eyes on this CT player. Hydrix has got such a tall order right now. Will he take this win, or is he going to allow the scoreline to tie up all up to this peak? He's going to take down Zoinks. He's got such a good setup right now, but he's going to go for the aggression, and somehow he's going to win that one out. He's got the flash down. He's got the bomb down. Now he's going to wait and make sure that Aaron's Fury does not land a shot on him, and unfortunately he cannot find him in the smoke. Aaron's Fury survives, but Hydrix wins the round out.
My God. Wow, that is not the round to lose for vitrioL. That is so unfortunate. I'm sure they're really upset by that one as well. They had everything lined up. I mean, that was a force buy. It was what, 3 AKs or 2 AKs and AWP, a P250 and a scout, and they had it down to a 3 versus 1 will, a 3v1. Man, they're probably scratching their heads after that one. Hopefully, it hasn't gone into their and let the pressure settle in. But that is very unfortunate.
Aaron's Fury took a grenade right to the face. It bounced perfectly. Zoe Sereno picks off a great kill on Hydrix. And this is one of those cases where vitrioL is definitely going to be tested. Like, this is... Like, Singularity, they're a more established team. They know exactly what to do when it comes to any situation, really. But that's tilting for a less seasoned team. And vitrioL, you know they got to be a little bit frustrated. They're probably not tilted yet. But frustrated, yes. Now Shakes a little bit short shot. He's going to try to find out one. He's going to take the Opera out, but he's going to go down soon after. The trade is instantaneous. 3, less than 50 seconds left to go. And the bomb is making its way securely onto the B side. But Sloppy, he's going to be more security than they will ever even anticipate. As the trade comes out and Ryan's going to be onto the side. Smoke goes down. He's going to find Pug. And he's playing very puggy himself. He's firing into the smoke. OC with that AUG as well. He's desperately trying to find P2. And he is player number 1 in this server. And he's going to pick up the round. Singularity 7-4.
vitrioL back on the purchase as well. This actually could still be a competitive half here as long as they don't let this specific round slip away. This is a really big swing round right here. vitrioL needs this one. This would be the double reset. They'd be able to bring this back, possibly tie it up at 7-7, maybe even take the lead at 8-7. But it has to be right here, Will. Otherwise, it might be very difficult for them. Now it's going to be a fast play towards Water. Hijack looking to go aggressive. Unable to find a kill yet, but he finds one. But P2 finds 2 quickly.
He's going for a third, but unfortunately, it's simply not going to happen. Shakesula is just way too good when it comes to that gun in that position. He's going to take him out now. It's going to be man advantage to Singularity, but that's beside the point. Zoink Sereno is going to punch those numbers into that bomb and take the B side. But OC, oh, his head is just barely showing. He's got that up in hand, and he's trying desperately in order to land a shot onto one of those bodies, one of those skulls, one of those carapaces to be on the vitrioL side. But he's not going for it. He's playing very passively. Kind of surprising, really. They're not going for it at all. But Shake Zula, he's able to see into the aggression of Zoinks, take him out, and now it's going to be last man alive, Aaron's Fury. The bomb site has been taken over. This kit is on the back. 5 seconds to comply. Make your time. Ha ha ha. All your base are belong to us, baby. Singularity, they have the round. They have the half lead secured and the win for the half.
I don't think vitrioL wants to let go of the gas pedal. Yeah, they want to keep pumping out these buys as long as they get these bomb plants in. They have purchases pretty much. Rightfully so. They have AKs, 47s. They have full utility as well, except on 2 players who have smoke and flashes, which is not too shabby. But it's going to be Singularity looking to go aggressive towards the A site, but the flashbangs are pretty effective at stopping that right dead in its tracks.
It's actually a lot of words. Oh, no! Hydrex found 2. Basically 4 kills in the connector position. Zoinks is going to try to trade him out. That's going to be a great kill onto Ryan for him. Trying to lessen up the pressure on the vitrioL side. But now this bomb needs to move its way towards the A site. They've basically committed to this position, seeing as every single inch of the map past that has been given up to the CT side. And when OC's in the server with that big green cannon, it is a dangerous, dangerous game. Floppy soon pushing up onto the long position. He takes down 1, but Zoinks Sereno, oh, it's yikes arena for him. He's going to go down 9-4, and this is starting to become a runaway for Singularity.
Yeah, definitely. We're starting to tread into like danger zone at this point now for Singularity. This is an 11-4 finish. It'll be super difficult for vitrioL to claw their way out of this. I mean, unless they have an impeccable CT side, which they did show they had a decent CT side last time as well against INTZ. But I think they found most of their success on the T side, if I remember correctly.
I cannot recall off the top of my head, but I do know this. Singularity have this bad habit. I gotta stop talking. Great kills coming out from Ryan. He's gonna find that 4th. It's scrappy, but he found that 4th with the P250.
Mine is so good.
I completely ruined the moment because I had an opinion.
Well,
no, but Singularity, whenever I watch them, they tend to struggle on the second half of Overpass. I don't know what it is, but it always seems to happen.
Okay, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, so we might see this scoreline not go from 16-4, but potentially 16-12, 16-4. vitrioL have a lot of life in their bodies. It all depends on how this economy on Singularity gets broken in the second half, if it happens at all.
Ryan is so good. I'm just going to repeat that again for the crowd.
I mean, they're all amazing. Like, Singularity, like, these little quirks and little mistakes that can go from tier 2 to tier 1, and I could easily see any of these players being in a massive organization or major certified. Like, they're all amazing.
Yeah, they're honestly truly on the cusp, right? Now, Floppy finds another kill. This is what was looking like a promising lead here for vitrioL in this round is suddenly faded away, and ISP is, of course, down to just one hittable pretty much with any of the weapons that Singularity's carrying, making this a little bit more difficult, but it seems like vitrioL is setting up for the A execute. Now, I don't imagine there's anybody on site. OC's in heaven, Floppy's on the flank. This is going to be a really difficult flank to predict as well, so I think he's the contingency plan right here, Will. I think he secures this round for his team, no problem.
All about if he could get this initial pick. It's going to be 2 ops and an AUG trying to take this site. That's going to be quite difficult, but in the hands of Floppy and Hydrex, it's going to be mighty fine. And OC answering back with that big green cannon. That's going to be 11-4 in favor of Singularity here. And that's about right.
Yeah, you know, this is an 11-4, but honestly, in my heart, this was like a 9-6, 8-7 at best. vitrioL really just needed that one gun round to swing this game back into their favor. That one double reset. They were on a potential double reset for 2 rounds in a 2 gun rounds in a row. Had they secured one of those, Will, just one of those rounds, this would have been a 9-6, a 8-7, maybe even a lead for them as well. So close.
It was that round where I believe it was Ryan clutched that 1v3 that he had no rights to clutch out. I think it was round number 10. That's where, like, that 8-7, 9-6 score line just kind of disappeared immediately. Shoutouts to that train. Right now we're going into the second pistol round. Singularity, aka Pistolarity, as our commentator Boggs likes to call him. He's going to have to go him up huge, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to take down 1, make that 2, before going down to Pug, and now it's going to be 4v3. Singularity still very much in advantage on this site, but the bomb has been smoked off. Now Floppy from heaven's going to rain down hell onto Aaron. Last one alive is going to be Pugs. Last one to go down is going to be him. It's going to be 4 alive, 4 Singularity, and a lot of USPs picked up as well.
That's a really interesting pistol from vitrioL, though. They had 3 grenades. They went in connector. They all had their nades in their hands. If they heard any fast play in connector, boom, nade stack. Heard any fast play in water, boom, nade stack. Bomb plant goes down on B, they nade stack. If he planted default instead of 4 heaven, he was dead. That player that was planting the bomb was 100% dead. I actually really like that pistol, even if it didn't work out. Risky, but now Singularity's picked up that pistol, Will, and it's suddenly looking a little bit grim here for vitrioL.
Just a little bit, just a tad bit. Oh, great shots from Hydrex reading that. Yeah, it's one of those plays that if it worked out, a lot of people would start basing their plays off of that sort of setup, but unfortunately it does not. So I feel like if I were to watch vitrioL more, I would see that kind of play come out over and over again, and eventually it's going to work. And when it starts working, that's when they're going to start implementing it. And that's what I love about this level of play, is that you see that kind of mad nonsense sort of stuff that just comes through and just works sometimes, somehow. You're scratching your head when it works, but sometimes it just has to work. And Zoe Sereno, he's going to get 1, but unfortunately it's going to be 2 alive for Singularity. That's going to be rough for their economy.
I think they're going for the double save. Yeah, that's actually oddly surprising that they would go for that.
I think they want to ensure the best possible chance when they get their rifles up. That's really the only way I can go about that. Because as it stands, Singularity, they're looking at 14-4 scoreline, potentially even match point. Oh my god. We barely even got the 6 start. Ryan took down 1, make that 2. An incredible snap onto 1 player, but ISP's going to be the last one alive. He's got that deagle in hand, and he is throwing that big green egg at the person with the bomb. Hydrex is brought down to 44. Incredibly placed nade. Now it's a 1v4 clutch. Does he want to go for it? Does he want to save this? Is he actually going to go for it?
Yeah, I think he's just backing on out of there. It's a good AK. That's a great weapon to save up, though. Get an AK-47. You can get one of these players on full utility, probably Pug. Likely get a drop here from one of his teammates. You can pick up an AWP as well if you wish to have that. The options are available here for vitrioL in this next round, but this is... Unless vitrioL hits double digits before Singularity gets the 15, I don't see this going their way, unfortunately.
No, and even more frustratingly, vitrioL are going to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashions by being 1 round better than what I predicted.
You predicted 16-0. They're already 4 rounds better than you predicted.
I predicted 16-3 tops, and they've topped that tops. So I'm frustrated about that.
Okay, fair enough. I think they still get more here. I believe still. Aaron Sphere looking to go aggressive towards Fountain, finds the first one. That's Ryan, the first victim of this aggression here on the A side. But Hydrex brings it back towards B. Now the smoke is there, so they're unable to kind of convert quickly on the site. But right now it's just chaos and vitrioL scattering to get their numbers in the right spots right now. The bomb is still down in the T spawn, so I don't imagine Singularity commits to anything just yet.
Not quite yet. ISP is watching this position from Water Closet like a hawk. If that peek comes out from Floppy, it's going to be all over, and that's exactly what happened. Great shot onto a great player. That's one big issue taken out of the picture. Hydrex, he's getting spotted out by P2. He's going to get shot down as well. But can he shut down? No, he cannot. He's going to get shot out. Now, the last man alive is going to be Sheikh Sula in 1v4. And this is going to be an important round if he wants to close this thing out. He spotted Pug's shoulder. He knows he's there, and he does not want to take the shot quite yet. This is Trigger Discipline 101. Oh, my God. This is what separates the good from the great. He still does not want to take this shot. This is incredible. I love watching when players just toy with their food like this.
Oh, he's going for that?
Yes, oh, yeah, baby. We see a knife. Sheikh Sula takes a little fat off that back of Pug, and he's going to go for a little bit more. P2 is right there, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. But Sheikh Sula, just like it says on the screen, killed an enemy with a knife. So yeah, he's only one and done, but that's beside the point. That's a lot of disrespect towards the vitrioL side. And Pug is just asking in chat from where. Really, really amusing stuff. 14 to 5
they did get timed just a tiny little bit, though, towards Monster. As soon as they shifted their numbers behind the default box, that guy just crept out. Perfect time. Now, Ryan. This is actually a purchase coming out, a full purchase coming out from Singularity, which leaves them a little bit disjointed. They have a MAC-10, they have a CZ, but they do have the SG in the hands of Hydrex, who's actually kind of sick with it, honestly. Floppy, though, goes out. A bit of a missed flash there from his teammates. Finds himself dead. That is one of the rifles now out of their hands.
Hydrex with the entry is going to take down Pug. It's going to be a very easy frag. 2 easy frags back-to-back for Hydrex. And now it's going to be a 3v4. Retake coming in for vitrioL. Wait a second. What?
The bomb. They left the bomb, Will.
No. No. Singularity. You're supposed to be better than this, and you're just going to get picked out just like vultures. What?
That is that is a rookie mistake from Singularity. If you're gonna go for aggressive contact plays, you need the bomb, guys. The bomb is the objective.
So I was not watching the minimap whatsoever. Did Zoinks just like flank around from A site and just see the bomb and go, "Hey guys, bomb"?
Yeah.
That is so frustrating.
Yeah, he's the player that pushed into Fountain, if I remember correctly.
So now, here's the thing. 18 seconds left on the clock. Hydrex, he can go for this, but Aaron's is watching this like a hawk. And he's going to strike on him like the vermin that he is if given the... That's going to be one. He could go for the second one, but he's not going to expect Aaron's position whatsoever. He's going to get taken down, but luckily for him, 3 seconds remaining on the clock. He dies just before time goes out. That's the good news. Bad news is he still has no money regardless.
Yeah, their whole team is broke. They're going to have to save up right here. vitrioL will get the 7th round on the board. That'll also stabilize their economy. So even if they get even if they lose the next one, at least they'll be able to battle with gun rounds for the match point. So that's a positive, a net positive overall.
You know what this is? This is hubris showing itself. I forget who, but I believe that it was Floppy. No, Sheikh Zula got that knife on. And then soon after, they thought, oh, we're tough stuff. We can go for it. No, they cannot. They left the bomb in spawn. But even still, they're doing their damage. Floppy's already got a 2K. Can he go for a yes, what? Long range CZ. He's done so much damage to the economy of vitrioL.
Yeah, that actually does weaken the economy quite a bit. Singularity find a single gun round here in the next 2 rounds. I think they have them pretty much broken for the match points. I mean, the win condition here is leaning heavily towards Singularity right now. But if vitrioL keep this up, they have double op now. They have double augs as well, full kits. Well, 3 kits at least. They have a good amount of utility on the remaining players as well. And the early tag comes out. So harass, not a kill, but free damage. You take those.
That's a great shot onto Floppy. That's a little bit of aggression shown. That's a little bit of Zoinks showing his presence on the map. And he's actually been playing a pretty decent game. 12 and 18 on this losing game so far, but even still, he's holding his own against Singularity, which is a team that's worth it. It's worth saying that they're probably one of the best teams. Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Best team. Yeah, they're like tied with Furia as the best team outside of Pro right now.
We could talk shop on Fury's about that sort of stuff at another time, but right now, Zoinks and Aaron's Fury, they're gonna do an absolute massacre on the Singularity side. 2v5 brought down a 2v3, make that a 1v3. Aaron's Fury gonna be the last one alive in an ace clutch position. If he could open up and take out Hydrex here and now, it might just be doable.
Oh, they were looking to go B, but as soon as they lost him, they're like, nope, we're rerouting back towards A side. Let's get out of here. Dip. But the bomb is now being planted. Aaron's Fury is actually doing the right play right here, going towards long A. He could catch one of these players off guard, turning it into a 1v1. And he does have a kit, and he spots the first player, but the pole! That is so awkward.
That's frustrating. So another thing that is really notable is positioning. Like positioning between, say like an MDL team and an advanced team is what differentiates the two in my eyes. It's not aim, it's not cohesiveness or timing or anything like that. Timing's always going to screw you over.
For sure.
But it's all about that movement and your placement on post plants, retakes, just moving into a site, just like Hydrex is doing right here now. Unfortunately, it's not going to maximize the space though. Him and Ryan are going to go down. Floppy also going down. And now it's a 2v3. Singularity, a man down. And they're playing really aggressive. They're honestly playing this kind of stupid. They just want to close this thing out.
There's a little bit reckless, a little bit fast-paced against these pistols, but he gets pinched over towards Shuck, and that's his life. Now the remaining 2 players are on the flank. That's Zoinks, Pug. They have AKs. Singularity, they haven't settled for the palm plant just yet. They're going towards the B site, and I don't know if vitrioL expects this. Oh, I think they got an audio cue. They got an audible, so they are rerouting back towards the B site, and it will be kind of chaotic here. Now Singularity has no idea where they're coming from.
That's a super great read from the vitrioL side, but it is do or die now. 2v2 and OC, he is not going to expect this whatsoever. Oh my good, great Gideon. Unfortunately, the spray does not come through, but yes, it does. Zoinks takes down the offer of OC, and now it's going to be Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruley, old schooler. Somehow doing it?
Oh, he traded out. He killed him and burnt in the molly. That is so unfortunate.
Incredible.
Wow. Yeah,
so Singularity beat this thing 16-7, and I think that was 7 was your maximum amount of rounds for vitrioL, correct?
That was my expected rounds. Yeah, 7 rounds.
Well, you've been in the scene a little bit longer than I have, so you'd probably know a thing more than I do.
You know, sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes I am good at my job.
But, you know, broken clock, etc., etc.
Exactly. But honestly, like, jokes aside, that was actually a lot closer than the scoreline might lead us on to believe, right? We talked about it in the first half. I mean, 1 swing round. That's all vitrioL needed, was one of those like 3 consecutive gun runs that they had to double reset Singularity, make the first half competitive. I mean, the second half was a battle, right? At no point was I like Singularity is infinitely better than vitrioL, at least on this matchup. But man, That's unfortunate. Singularity runs away with it. Of course, you know, they are one of the top contending teams outside of Pro right now. The beasts, and they continue to show why there's such beasts, right? They have dynamic play. They have the set pieces. They have all their players are just like crazy, incredibly talented in terms of firepower, decision making, great team dynamic overall. I'm always excited to watch Singularity play. And you know, congratulations to vitrioL. They're showing improvement from the last time we watched them. And it seems like every time we watch them, they get a little bit better as well. And that's why we're all here, right? To practice, to improve. As long as we're in an upward trajectory, we will reach our goals. But ladies and gents, that is the end, the conclusion of us for the evening. Tomorrow, we will see you again for the NA broadcast. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do follow our socials. That is Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as Will's. He definitely needs your support, and mine down here below. And besides that, we are out of here. Will, thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for being a guest on the show. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll see you around more often. But besides that, guys, we are out. See you guys tomorrow for the NA broadcast.